Hey, hey, welcome you guys. Happy Wednesday. I hope everybody's had an awesome day. Had a hard time getting on there for a minute or two, but we did it, so here we go. Tonight we're going to paint this pumpkin and make it look like cement, and the stem look like, hey Lisa, the stem we're going to try and make it look like wrought iron. I think we can do that. Anyway, this pumpkin I've had a few years, and it's seen its better days. And hey Darlene, how are you? It's going to get a sweet makeover. We're going to make it look like cement. Hey Beverly and Darlene, how are you? Hi Stacy. This is when I want to make something look like cement. This is my favorite thing to use, and this is Waverly Mineral Chalk Paint. I love the color mineral for creating a cement color, and then if I need to add a little more gray, I will. And I'm going to use some baking soda in it to make it rough, to make the let me put this up here so you can see what I'm doing, y'all. You can't even see. Okay, how's that? And I have a trick tonight, too. Hi, Allison. I'll take this sweater off in a minute. It was so cold in church tonight. It felt like an igloo. This is just plain old baking soda out of the kitchen. Hi, Allison. And I put it in this jar and keep it down here. I've got one upstairs that I use when I'm crafting upstairs. And there is no formula for this, y'all. There is no formula. You just put baking soda in it, and I'm going to show you about what I did. Baking soda in there, and I'm just going to mix it. It gets really thick at first, and you'll think, oh my gosh, it's way too thick. But as you get it all mixed in and get all the lumps out, it starts thinning out a little bit, but I want it thick. Hi, Lucy. Hey, Penny, how are you? And you can see it's getting all clumped up in my paintbrush, but that's okay. We're gonna make this pumpkin look like cement. It'll give it a texture. I thought that's what you wanted the pink thing for. My granddaughter is here crafting with me tonight, y'all. It's Wednesday night, which she does quite a bit. What do you need, sweet girl?
The butter knife.
I don't even see it. Do you see it? Why am I looking straight at my stuff and can't find that? Oh, here it is, here it is, here it is. There you go.
Thank you.
Come here and introduce yourself. Come over here. Hey, you guys. This is my sweet granddaughter. She stays with me a lot of Wednesday nights. And hey, Ava. Hey, Carol. And she's over there on the other side of the room crafting. A few weeks ago, when we messed with air dry clay, she decided she was going to make a snowman. So, as hot as it is, she decided to make a snowman. So, whatever. Anyway, there's Aunt Lisa.
Hi, Aunt Lisa.
Okay, go over there and do your thing, girl.
Hi.
Tonight she made the 3 balls. You know when you make the 3 snowballs? Tonight she is making a scarf and a hat. So we'll see. Anyway, she just does her thing. Let's see, who is talking to you? I can't see that. Hold on just a minute. Elaine. Elaine says, hi, Addison. Nice to see you again. So, she said, hi. Elaine, I still do not have email from you. If you sent me an email, I don't know where you sent it to. I'm not sure. Hi, Joyce Highland. How are you? Your package is gone. Well, no, that would be napkins. Anyway, go on my page, Elaine, and go to my instant messenger and send me something there. I'll get it there. I'm just not sure where the email is. I'm not so much this very first coat. I'm just getting this thing covered, and then we're going to get it dry. And I'm not going to do the bottom all the way because I don't want it sticking to everything. Hi, Terry. Going to be good. We're going to make this look like cement. And I'm going to put some white wax on it. So, you know when something's cement, it's been outside a while. And it'll really look like cement. Now, even though this is going to look like cement, you guys, it's not for outdoors. Hi, Annette. It's not for outdoors. Now, if you've got a garage or a patio and it's covered and, you know, the weather doesn't get to it, you could put this outside. But as far as like out in the hot sun all day, it probably wouldn't hurt that because it is just paint. I tried that twice today. Okay. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Thank you, Penny. You guys sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. What I was saying, it is like, if you've got a covered porch or something, it wouldn't hurt it to be outside. This is just a styrofoam pumpkin. It weighs just a little bit. You know, it weighs probably, I know it's less than a pound. It's probably like 6 or 8 ounces. And all it's going to have on its paint, some white wax, but it's not going to have enough white wax for the weather to hurt it. And you see how much that made. Look at all that. I'm going to have way too much. That's okay. Right now, there's going to be a little bit of texture in this because it's the baking soda's in it, of course, but it's not going to be like it is on the next go round. And hearts, your pumpkin have been cute. Thank you, sis. Hi, Kim. Y'all share this out to your friends. I'll tell you what, I must be out of my mind. 30 days of pumpkins, what the world, but I've probably got at least 30 of ideas for these in my head, so we'll make it happen. If I still have ideas after that, we'll do a few more. We'll see. How are you, sweet girl? Miss Issa, you doing good? Oh, good, thank you. This pumpkin is one of those weird shaped pumpkins. I love it. These are my favorite kind. I actually like the kind that look like they've been smushed or crooked on one side and all that. I like the imperfect looking pumpkins. So I'm going to put some heat on this and let it dry a little bit. And then we're going to add some texture.
Should I go smaller for the bottom of the hat?
Yeah, it's a pretty big hat. Let's see. Pretty sweet. Been busy with my sweet grands. All I know. Aren't they something? I had 2 of mine today for a while. And the little one wanted to stay too, but her mama made her go home. And honestly, I had lots to do, so it didn't hurt my feelings today. But this one stays with me about every Wednesday night so she can go to church. Her mom remarried and they moved to the town next to us. So this way she can go to church. Hi, Linda. And this dries pretty quick with this baking soda in here too. So if you put it on something and it's a really big something, you might want to do like sections at a time. But I love this color. Doesn't that look like this good cement color? But you can see how it's kind of spotty. The next layer won't be spotty like that. Howdy to you, Linda. And I don't have to get this all the way dry, just pretty much. And then we'll start putting some texture on it. The next layer is going to take a little bit longer to dry because it's going to be thicker. And you don't want to put any white wax on it until it's completely dry. So, hey Lane, how are you? Oh, we have 2 Elaines in here tonight. It's amazing how many of the same names we have in it at different times. Okay, now I'm going to get this baking soda paint. Hi Kim, how are you? I'm going to move this. You can still see it if I move it to the side a little bit over here. I just don't want it flipping off. Okay, this I'm going to dab it. It's the same paint, but this leaves the texture. Hi Cheryl. Better. That's better.
There's a little bit on the oval side, I believe. But
yeah.
That's okay, because not all heads are perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, you see what I'm doing? I'm dabbing. I'm just dabbing. Can you even see the texture yet? Probably not till it starts to dry. I'm going to try a trick, y'all, that my dad told me to try. You know, when I get, like about here, it's this big glare. So I have a piece of fabric I'm going to put on top of my lampshade. I want to see if that helps any. Still glares. That does not help. Okay, let me get it off. Well, I'm not sure what it's going to take, but we'll figure it out. Okay, I see one thing. It could be the problem too. I forgot to turn my oh, there we go. There's some brightness. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Linda. We got a Linda and a Linda and a Linda. We've got Linda Bridges, Linda Sherrar, Linda Thomas. I think 3 Lindas in here right now. Nice popular name, huh? The baking soda is what gives it that texture. Now, there is a lot of texture paint out there. If you want to buy it, you can. It's kind of crazy because this does the very same thing. All that texture paint, texture paste, and all that. One thing I wish I did have right now, my friend Kim from Yesterday's Tomorrow's, she has some paint that you put on in a couple of steps. Well, it looks like moss, and I would like to put some moss in these cracks like it's been outside, but I do have some moss, and we might try it. But the moss stuff she has, you just paint it on, and it's real thick and textured. So we'll see if we can make that happen. And you can make this as thick or as thin as you want it. If it's not thick enough and you need a lot more texture, then you just add some more baking soda and just keep going. There's no such thing as too much or too little. It just depends on the texture you're looking for. And all I'm doing is just leaving some raised areas, and this mineral's a pretty color. It's kind of gray, but kind of taupe, kind of tan. Hi, Carol. Let me show you what we got so far. See, can you see all that texture in there? It looks just like cement, doesn't it? I think it does. And if you leave your paint sitting there a little while with your baking soda in it, add a little more, it even gets thicker than that. I mean, it'll even thicken up. One thing about it, it'll dry quicker though. And this brush I'm using is not, it's not I wouldn't call it a stiff brush, but it's by no means a soft brush. See this, the bristles are kind of short. My favorite thing to use when I am doing this, I'll show you. I just happened to pick that up and I love it. But where is one of my chip brushes? Hold on, y'all. Do I even have a chip brush in here? I don't think I have one. Well, how about that? I thought for sure I had a chip brush in this room. Do I not? Anyway, you guys probably, oh, here's one, and I've already cut it off. These little cheap chip brushes. This is a 1 inch. You can use 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. It does not matter. I have to leave. We'll finish watching the replay. Oh, it's good. Carol, watching the replay is wonderful if you need to. Then you can just zip through stuff. But chip brush is about this long, and the ends are really soft and kind of feathery, you know, airy. I'll take and cut it off to where it's kind of stiff. And then later on, if this gets gross, you just cut it off some more. And then you have this stiff bristle. That's good on a lot of stuff. Just keep dabbing and get it down towards the bottom. I've got the top part pretty much done. And all this is, y'all, is just a cheap little styrofoam pumpkin. I've had it a couple of years. I don't even know where I got it, but I love the shape of this kind. Okay, let's get that dry and see if we need to add some baking soda and make it even. I love chip brushes for lots of things. Hi, Katie. Has everybody had a good day? I know, was it Penny? Penny, did you tell me you got your package today? Several of you might be getting yours in the next day or two. And I sent a couple more out today. How are you, Katie? It seems kind of weird still to be. Yeah, Sissa is on. Sissa. Katie Mascardo, is that right? There you go. Yeah, you guys are friends, I guess. Awesome. Hi, Stella. How are you? Let's see. We have flooding. Oh my goodness, you're getting lots of rain. We didn't get any rain today, believe it or not. About 5:30, 6 o'clock every afternoon, we have been having a downpour, but we did not today. But my flowers and rose bushes and gardenia bushes and stuff are loving it. So, well, maybe it's your turn to get rain. Not flooding, I hope, but you do need some, I bet. I forgot where you are from, Kim, and I've mailed you napkins before, but I still forgot. Can you guys see how this is getting really dull? It's not shiny. Well, it's hard to tell in that, but it's getting there. It's taking all the shine off. Hi, Charlotte. Thank you guys for hopping on. Did anybody see the reel today of the pumpkin we did last night? Oh, you got an inch of rain, Penny. You need a rain, right? Went shopping at Hobby Lobby and also Family Dollar and lots of wood items. Stacy, are you still collecting or are you going to make something out of those? Oh, goodness. I need to come shop at your house, I bet, Stacy. That is a sweet little pumpkin, and that was not a big one. Now, I'll show you guys. I was waiting to give Everett a lot more time to hop on. Love last night's pumpkin. I do too. Melissa, in a few days, maybe, I forgot what day, I'm going to make a purple pumpkin. It's going to have silver or gold. Okay, this is just about dry. What?
Can I have the water spray thing?
What for?
So I can smooth up the edges on the hat.
Yeah. Okay, here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Can I see last night's pumpkin? Yes. And some of you, some of you guys might hop on later. Oh, last night's pumpkin. Oh my goodness, it's upstairs. Yes. My granddaughter's gonna go. I have quite a collection. I bet you do. Stacy says she is a craft supply collector, not a crafter. This is the one from the first night. See how the chalk stays in there? That white chalk. Now I'm still not 100% sold on this. I'm not 100%. It's okay. It's way better than the brown. But this is how it looks when the white chalk settles in the cracks and crevices. Hey Marilyn, how are you? Let's see. There's a tag on the bottom of this. I got this. It looks like maybe Hobby Lobby a couple years ago. It was like $15. I probably didn't pay $15 for it though. Let's see, is this getting there? Feels like it. There's still a few bubbles. Oh, it's not all the way, but it's getting there. Have you seen the cement pumpkins, the real cement pumpkins, y'all? I want to make one. I think I'm going to get my husband's quick-rete. I think that's what you call it. I'm hot. Okay, I finally got warmed up, y'all. It's got to come off.
Where would it be at?
On the dining room table.
It's not there.
It's not?
No.
Just look around. I don't know, honey.
Well, that's what I was doing. That's why it took me.
You're sure it's not on the dining room table?
I'm sure I looked.
Okay, well, I showed your mom. Just look around. It's got to be up there. I mean, it's not here. Is it? No, it's not here. Okay, it's walked off. We'll figure it out. Okay. But anyway, back to the cement pumpkins. I was afraid that sweater was going to get paint on it. Well, it might. Half everything I own has paint on it. But you know what? The stuff at the Dollar Tree you get called Awesome, you just give it a good spray and take it off later, soak it in the sink, get up the next morning, scratch it off and go. Every now and then I find something it won't come off of, but very seldom. Very seldom. You ought to see the apron that I paint in. One of these days when I paint my bicycle and chest and a few of those other things, you'll get to see that. It's dreadful, but it's good for what it does. There's a few little bubbles because of paint on here, but I'm just pushing them down, getting them dry. Hi Connie, how are you? Okay, this is feeling, no, pretty dry except for that spot right there. Guys, if you're new to my page, let me know you're new and where you're from. And share it with your friends and all that good stuff.
Me and Papa were looking and we can't find it. Are you sure it's not down here somewhere?
Guest room.
Guest room.
I took pictures. That's where I did the reel. I forgot. Okay, y'all. We have a runaway pumpkin, but I think it's going to get located. You were thinking the same thing, that I was fixing to get paint on my sweater? Ah, goodness. I know. I get paint on a lot of stuff. Okay, what do y'all think about this texture? Should it be rougher than this? Or you think it looks good like it is? Does it look like cement? Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yay, it's been found. Here you go. This was last night's. This is Prissy, right? Prissy pumpkin. And it's on a little pink stand from Hobby Lobby. So that's the real that we did. Here, sit it somewhere where it won't get turned over and broke, sweetheart. Thank you. Looks like cement. It really does. And we're going to put some white wax on it. I just want to make sure it's good and dry, because if you put white wax on it and it's not dry, it's just going to smear it and make it ugly. Oh, I know that pink one's sweet. I've got lots more colors up my sleeve, but this, I want to make it look like it's like wrought iron. So it looks pinker tonight. Maybe it's my lighting. You know, it's hard to tell with this lighting. First thing I'm going to do is paint this stem black, and then we're going to put some decor wax on it. We're going to make it look like it's metal. So now painting this without getting it on my pumpkin is going to be a pickle, but we're going to do it. I'm just going to have to use a tiny little brush for the back side back there. It's just lamp black, y'all. That's all I'm putting on this stem. It's Americana black, lamp black. Let's go ahead and give that cement stuff, well, baking soda, a little bit more time to cure. I like this little stem on this one though. I am ready for fall. Anybody else ready for fall? You like the pink pumpkin? I should do a big pink one with all the stuff. I'm going to do one night with pearls. I'll do one with little rows of, it looks like rhinestones, but they're not. I'm going to do a black one that's going to look like it has some, it's going to look metal, with some molds, and they're going to look metal. And I'm not sure what else. I love fall. Love it, love it. All I want to do is just sit outside. It's the problem in the fall. All I'm doing is using this tiny little brush. Hey, Kathy. I'm using this tiny little brush so when I get down in there, I'm not going to get this paint everywhere. This is kind of detailed down in that little stem part. But it won't take but a few minutes to do this part. That heat, I'm telling you what, I walked outside today to go to my mailbox, and the heat, I mean, it just smacked me in the face. Okay, I'm gonna, it's just, oh, it's amazing when you do something like this and turn it, you miss one whole side and you don't even notice it. Here we go, and get it on this side. I've got some furniture I want to paint too, but it's too hot and I don't want to do it. I am going to do the toy box in the house when I get a chance to do it. Right where it is. Okay, that's black, but it's not going to stay black. Let me get one more little piece of it.
What do you do to change it from black to mystery?
I'm going to use some decor wax on it. You'll see in a minute. It's probably all it's going to take is one coat of that. So, me too, I know. This heat's awful. It's terrible here. I can't imagine like living in Texas or California or somewhere like some of y'all do. Because it's been horrible here, and we're only, what, an hour and a half or so from the mountains. Okay, this feels just about dry. Let's see. I just got a turntable. What a difference. I know, Joyce. I'm telling you, I never thought about, well, I did. When I was doing furniture, though, everything I was doing was so big. And I have feet to go under stuff and, you know, all of that, to swirl it around. But I never thought much about a turntable. And I just picked it up from some other crafters. And I've got several kinds, big ones, little ones. But it helps too. The way my table is, I guess it's low. It helps raise it up so you guys can see it better too. Hey, Janet. You're making this pumpkin. Hey, AB. AB, I'm having a hard time finding you on sale. Did I sent you a message today, but I'm not sure you got it. And I'm afraid if I just put in your information, then I will be sending it invoice to the wrong person. I'm not sure how it works. I haven't done Zelle too much. So if you can, have you used Zelle quite a bit? I see I missed some orange in here now, y'all, so I'm just kind of touching it up with this cement look so that orange won't show through there. AB, you're up late. Do you have to work tomorrow? What you got? Cute.
I kind of like that. I like how it's
cute. It's kind of, you can see it separated though. You need to like smooth it down.
Alright.
So it won't, you can't see that crack in there. Okay? This pumpkin is going to look like cement that's been outside. And this stem is going to look like some wrought iron, y'all. I hope. Pop for a split second and try and resend the info. I have your information, but when I go, I have all the information you sent me, but when I go to Zelle and go, you know, to type that information in, it says that you can't be found. So is your name in Zelle different than what you gave me? That's probably all I need to know. And maybe it's something I'm doing wrong, you know. Okay, that's hot, hot, hot. Okay. Let me grab some of my decor wax. I've got all colors here. I think brushed iron, though, is my favorite for this. If I can get this lid off. I might have to. Let's see, I might have brushed iron here. That's all silver. Honey, see if you can get this off for me. Sometimes they just get on there so tight. Thank you.
Oh, that smells good.
Does it smell good? I love to smell it. It actually has metals in it. This is Art Alchemy. No, this is not. This is metallic wax. It's Art Alchemy brushed iron. And it's, I bought this when I was doing furniture as well. And I can't, what does the wax do? I'm going to put it on this stem, and it's going to make this have a little bit of a silver sheen, and it's going to look more like metal. And this actually is metals in this, so it's going to kind of turn that to a more of a hardware look. I'll show you up close here in just a minute. And I'm just using a brush. It's kind of got a silvery, more like a pewter or a nickel, brush nickel maybe is the right word for that. And it doesn't take much. I'm just got a tiny little brush, and I'm just, see right here, you can see so far what it's done to that. Can you see the difference? So it looks just like, it looks like wrought iron, like it's hardware. Okay, I like the way that looks. I don't think it needs any more. And this wax is, this is not water-based wax either. Looking forward to 30 days. Me too. Me too. My husband says, you're nuts. See that? Can you tell a difference now? It looks more like it's some hardware off of cabinets or something, and it's not just painted black. Black is the base color, and I also have some metal shimmery, but I don't think this needs that. You like it? Okay, I'm gonna put some white wax. I am just about out of white wax, and I've looked this house over for white wax today. Thanks, Patty. And I don't want it to be vanilla, so I am going to add a drop of white paint to this, because as you can see, the white wax, it'll dry. Hold on just a minute. See, it'll dry like that, and that's fine, but it's got like a creamy color. I want it more of a white color on this, so it'll show. Can you see the difference, Lisa? Show up better. So I'm just going to get plain old white, and I'm only going to put probably 1 or 2 drops. I'll show you what I'm doing. You see the tray. This is just, that's white wax. And I am literally going to put 1 or 2 drops. That's all. Okay, there's my drops. I just squirted some out. I have a soft brush for this. Here we go. I've got this soft makeup brush that's still wet from washing it. And I use it when I'm decoupaging or, hey Laura, doing stuff, and I just need a soft brush. I have a couple of good soft brushes, but there's nothing as soft as a makeup brush. So I'm just gonna, let me show you what I did. Gosh, okay, you see that little bit of white? And see how creamy that is? See the difference? I'm just going to mix these together. And it does need another drop of white. It's not white enough. 1 drop, maybe 2, maybe 2. Okay, that whitened it up some. Now, we're going to put this on this, and then we're going to wipe it back. Scary. It's scary. And you don't do it all. Do a section at a time. Let me get my baby wipes. Only leave the parts you want. It's going to get in all this rough. And I want it in the ribs. Whoever told me last night, ribs. Okay, I want it in the ribs. So I'm going to hit the highlights on the fat part here and get rid of most of that. Just leave it in the crevices. See that? Okay. Now I'm going to do some more. I hope I have enough to go all the way around, but I think I do. I didn't use it all in the bottle, so I believe if I need a little more, I'll have just enough. but I sure better buy some more. You see, I'm just covering this whole thing. That's where I've been. So I'm just covering, let's see here. They stopped right in the middle here. I don't want to do that. And it's down in all those little rough places. This is not paint, this is wax, y'all. And then I'm just gonna wipe the parts I don't want on there. I'm just wiping it off. And your baby wipe gets nasty pretty quick because wax is kind of slick, you know. So if you have pumpkins in your stash that are looking kind of bad, they're looking sad, don't throw them out, remake them. And you'll love them probably even more than you did the first time. Okay, see, I'm gonna, and that'll even look different when it dries. It looks like much right now, but when it dries, it'll even look different than this. Just get it on there. And you can leave as much as or as little. I've done this to lots of stuff, and some of it I leave a whole lot of the wax on there, and some I just leave it in the little cracks. Depends on how you want it to look. Hey, Sonia Rogers, how are those babies? Mine are outside eating dinner right now. Not my real babies, y'all, my cat babies. I don't feed my babies. Well, I don't have little babies anymore.
I mean, you got Caroline.
No, I don't mean that. I mean of my very own, not my grandchildren. Those days are long gone. Okay. I see too much right there. I can't, no, I don't think so. I think it's the way the light was hitting that. Okay, what do y'all think so far? Does it look like cement that's been outside a while and got that chalky stuff all over it? Terracotta, a pumpkin, and I'm going to do one night. Terracotta done like this on a pumpkin is gorgeous, and I will. I'm looking for the right stem for the pumpkin I want to do. Hi, Fleta. How are you? You like it, Lisa? Let me show you up closer. See, it's not just on these spines. It's not just in there. It's up in there. Can you see it? And it's not a lot. It's just in some of those little rough places. And then the stem is, I think I need some down in there to stay, because that would be the patina that would really be there for sure. Okay, let me draw this and you can see it better. You love it, Elaine? I love white wax and stuff. I've done, I did some, well, I'm trying to think of the name of the paint. Vintage duck egg and sea glass both, but usually vintage duck egg, and put white in the cracks, like around the drawers, had a little indentation in some of the details. So pretty. Does it look anything like it did? How many have you been out looking for pumpkins to do? Because I'm telling you, right now they're hard to find. They're not out yet. What's the name of the white wax? Hold on just a minute. Let me find that jar. What's left of it? Okay. It's Waverly White. And see right here it says wax. So you know you're not buying paint right there. And when you get it, it's not yellow looking like that because this wax is old or anything. Elaine Waverly at Walmart. And I just put a couple of drops of paint. If I want it real white, I put a little more paint. You just have to remember, it is paint, and it'll grab a rough, porous place. So you're going to have to, what was expensive? The pumpkins? Yeah. I wouldn't buy, well, I did too. Did you see the, not the ones like this, but the paper mache ones like this? Did you see these? Because they won't have these long, and these are $14.99, but they're half price or 40%. Anyway, I don't think I gave but like maybe $8, which is still kind of a lot, but you can pick up pumpkins at different places. Just, I wish I could remember where I got a few of these. They almost had that soft velvety feel. Hi Nancy. How are you? It's getting dry. Wax is a little sticky for a little bit until it cures, and when it cures, it hits hard. It won't go anywhere. And I'm going to decoupage one night and make it look like porcelain with little blue and white flowers. And one with some birds. I got lots of ideas as long as I can just keep them right here. Hey Ramona, how are you? We're turning this orange pumpkin into what looks like cement. It's not. It's styrofoam. And I'm going to show you in a minute how this is kind of cracking. It looks just like it's been out in the weather. You see up close what it's doing. Look at all the details in there. It's all cracking. You really can't see that on camera either, can you? Or can you? I don't know, but it sure looks like cement. Okay, you guys. The stem is your favorite. I love doing stuff with decor wax. Hardware. This decor wax that I use, it's got metals in it. You can take your hardware, hey Dee Dee, you can take your hardware off of your dressers instead of going out and buying new hardware. I mean, if any of you have replaced it, you know how expensive hardware is. You just hold it or put it down in some styrofoam or whatever you can use to hold it and brush this.
Can I use this one?
Yes, about that much of it. Not a lot, but yes, that'd be pretty on there for Christmas, for snowman. But you can brush the decor wax on there, let it cure, I'd say 12 hours, maybe even less, and that is not coming off. It's brand new hardware. It's not coming off. I did a friend's several pieces of furniture and did her hardware black and used this, I guess, what I call that, the bronze? No. What they do, the brass. It's my favorite. My goodness. Brushed iron. Yeah, brushed iron is my favorite. Well, honey, longer than that. But anyway.
Right here.
Hey, Helen, how are you? Well, honey, wrap it around your snowman. Bring it to me and let me help you do that, okay? I'm going to help make a snowman scarf real quick. How about that while that's curing up there? Okay, here you go. This is this going to be a scarf around his neck? Okay. It's pretty wide for that. How about getting some thinner ribbon? This is way too wide. This is bigger than his face.
How does that look?
That's cute, but get some thinner ribbon, and then we can do this, okay? She is creating a snowman. I told you that, right? This is one she made like weeks ago, and she just made him a little hat. So he's gonna have. He's gonna have a hat. Now he's gonna have a hat. Now she's making a scarf, so she's gonna have a snowman before long. She must be wanting some cold weather. I do. Where do you get the decor wax? Stacy, go to Etsy is where I got it all. And I would just, when somebody would be having a sale or a special or whatever, I would just order 1 or 2 kinds at a time. It's not, well, it can be. It used to come in, I'll show you. This is metallic, and this is Art Alchemy. Art Alchemy is that little word right there. And this one is brushed iron, which is my favorite. They used to come in these little tins. They do not anymore. Now they come in these tubes. And I wish they didn't. I don't like fooling with these tubes. Hi, Becky. So when you go to find it, you might not find these little tins. You might find the tube. It's the very exact same product. They just changed the containers off. But what I'm going to do, I have an extra brushed iron. I'm going to squeeze it in here instead of using it out. So I'm not throwing my tins away. And I've been requesting if anybody has any in the tins, but I haven't bought any in so long. Hi, Lori. How are you? Let me see what other.
How about this?
It's still too wide. It needs to be really thin, honey. Hold on, y'all. As Crafty Brother says, don't leave me, don't leave me, don't leave me, every time he gets out of the way of the camera. This one's copper. This is pretty. It's a copper color. And this is old silver. And you see, here's brushed iron. You can see right there it says brushed iron in the tube, and I haven't opened it yet. I'm waiting until I use a whole lot more in my little thing. I'm going to squirt it in there.
This is kind of like...
Because I like working out of the... and then this golden copper. This is Prima Redesign. It comes in a bigger container. And this cures too on your hardware and stuff. Any metal, just you have to give it time to cure. It cures, takes a little bit longer for the Prima to cure than the Art Alchemy does. See, look at that rich copper. Love copper. Love it. Love it. Isn't that pretty?
Kind of looks bronze.
No, bronze has got more gold in it. Coppers are red. But anyway. I love it. And it smells so good. Keep making a list of everything I want as I watch. Oh, girl. I'm sorry. Tell your husband to give you some allowance for Christmas and go ahead and get your Christmas list. But seriously, I think now these are maybe only, and that was before COVID. You know, everything's, I love a copper too. Penny, love it. And there's one called Copper Penny, and it's a little darker than that. That one's a little red. But I did a rooster. Hand me that little rooster down there. I want to show them what it'll do. Hand me this. You know the little roosters you get at Hobby Lobby for $5.99, and they're galvanized, right? I did that with decor wax, and all I did was, I mean, it's not coming off. You couldn't get it off if your life depended on it. And I'm going to do something with these, and I have some copper utensils one of these days. And I just got it's even redder here than it looks there. But I just got a brush and brushed it on. That's all you do. It's wonderful. It smells so good too. Let me dry this just a tiny bit more. Hey Mary, how are you? Well, you guys, this one is just about done. Unless you can think of something else I should do to it. Now, if you don't like the white wax on this and you would like dark wax, and I thought about putting some moss in here too. I don't know. I kind of like it just like it is. But I thought about putting some moss in these cracks because it looks like cement. It's been outside and all that, but maybe another day for that. But I like this one just like it is. And I'll do that, not on the live. I just don't want it sticking to my paper. So after this cures good on top, I'll turn it over and do the bottom. So, all right, you guys, that's it. Pumpkin number 3. So, thanks for hopping on. I think you should have more. Wait, I missed that, girl. I missed it. Hold on. I think you should have more people watching you. Well, you guys got to share and share and share. I mean, that's what it takes. I know. I've got 31 right now. So this is your favorite so far? Every night is my favorite, is the problem. But you guys, when you're like, I don't know who likes to go to yard sales, but I guarantee you before long, people are going to be putting some of this stuff in yard sales, and it's going to be cheap too. So when you see them, and it doesn't matter if it's plastic, this kind of paint, I better put the lid on this little bit I have left. This kind of paint will stick to plastic. You just need to make sure your first coat is a thin, ugly coat. Hi, Susie. How are you? And then the next coat will be the one that counts more than likely. But just give it time to cure. But you can do this on plastic. You can do this on those velvety pumpkins. You can do it on the styrofoam. You can do it on paper mache, as you've seen. So it doesn't really matter. It don't matter if they're dented in, how ugly they are. Pumpkins are all shapes and sizes, and they have dents and dings on them. The real ones do. So, and if it's got a hole somewhere, you might can patch it up. So, all right, you guys, we're going to call it a night. You guys have a good night. If you're watching me right now, chances are you're watching the replay, and the live button at the top is gone. Just type in #replay and let me know you're watching. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them for you. And do you guys have any questions about anything I use before yeah, warts. I love the warts. A friend of mine has some gourds, and she's going to bring me some gourds eventually, and I'm going to make some stuff out of some gourds. Okay. No questions. All right, you guys, have a good night. I'll see you again tomorrow. Oh, I got to tell you. Tomorrow, and I'll put a post up, I'll be live sometime during the day tomorrow. My husband has informed me that he has planned a date night, and he's not going to tell me where I'm going. So anyway, I guess I'll let you guys know where we went Friday night. But anyway, yes, the paper mache pumpkins, Stacy, are at Hobby Lobby, and they only had a few on the shelf. And it is a spring shop, I think. I think they're spring shop, but they had up on top of a rack, they had a bunch up there, and I had her get me some down. So, but I think after it's all said and done, they're about maybe $8 or $9. So, but that's a good sized pumpkin. This is one of those paper mache pumpkins that we did with the molds. So, it's pretty good size. You just can't remember the paper. Paper mache's paper. You cannot. Thank you. Thank you. I will. I'm sure I will. He doesn't plan too much. We don't do too much of that stuff, but we have date nights occasionally, but this is supposed to be something really special. It's supposed to blow my socks off, and so I can't do it tomorrow night. But more than likely, sometime, my guess is like between 11 and 1 tomorrow, I'm going to try and go live, but I'll let you know before. Okay, so I will not be on here tomorrow night, but I will be on here earlier tomorrow so I can get it done, and we'll do pumpkin number 4, right? Okay, you guys, have a good night. See you tomorrow sometime.